All right, welcome to the third review of the evening. Up this time is Cats on Duty. Welcome to Cats on Duty, the perfectly hilarious and action-packed ultimate blend of real-time strategy, tower defense, and match 3 mechanics, where heavily armed, battle-hardened cat veterans of rodent skirmishes and yarn tangles take charge in defending their homeland and litter boxes against the forces of great evil. Utilize a multitude of cat varieties to engage in combat against 50 types of fiendish creatures, unleash the powers of the whiskers, and drive those zombies back to the depths of the underworld. Right, so this game was given to the Galax for review, so over to him for the details.
Have you heard of Bejeweled? Have you heard of Plants vs. Zombies? This is those two things.
So I suppose the question that beckons is, do we have a peanut butter and chocolate situation or an oil and water situation?
I think it mostly works pretty well, but you do need to be able to multitask. The first thing you have to do is play a little bit of Bejeweled to make matches which go down and fill up your cat bowls at the bottom. And but then you have a limited number of matches you can make. And then based on the number of cat bowls you have at the bottom are currency that you can use to purchase units for your Plants vs. Zombies game on the right side of the screen. You start out with the sniper rifle that goes the whole distance. There's also a pistol person that shoots faster but only has a 2-space range, and a rifle or something that has a 3-space range, so you can stack them behind each other. I think the sniper has the least hit points out of these too. And then based on a combination of time passing and killing the oncoming hordes of the undead, you earn sausages, which give you more matches on the left side of the board. There's also a cooldown in placing units in addition to the cost, which the first few units you get use completely different currencies. Like the red one only uses the sausage. Yeah, the matches you make determine what color bowl gets filled. But then after after the first several stages, you earn new mechanics such as new units. You get a wall, you get a mine layer, which is a litter box. Eventually you get a really pudgy fencer cat. You also gain the ability to swap adjacent cats. One thing about the Bejeweled half that is useful is that you can make a move that doesn't cause a match if you have to. It still counts against your number of things you can do, but it's better than nothing. It keeps you from getting completely stuck. Also, those things on the left side of the battle screen are in fact samurai cats. So the first time a zombie gets to the end of the line, the samurai cat will do a massive anime/samurai movie Iaido slash through the entire line and get rid of everything. But it will then commit seppuku, and then that line is unprotected.
Is pizza involved?
Huh?
Is pizza involved?
No. And in the Japanese version of that, those were ninjas anyway, so I don't know where they came up with samurai. But yeah, so the first time basically each one has a barrier and then a loss. Also, for the first few stages, you start there are only the 5 things, but they give you different things. I mean, each time you get when you get the wall, that unlocks the yellow food to do matches, and when you get the mine layer, that unlocks the green food to do matches.
You can't do matches stuff you don't have, basically.
Yeah, you can't get currency that you can't spend.
Good.
Honestly, because I'm not great at splitting attention, it took me a while to figure out how the cooldown worked, and also I'm still not 100% sure. I think you do also get sausages just as time passes, but you get them a lot faster when you're defeating enemies. So yeah, the sausages let you make matches. The matches give you resources, which obviously it's beneficial to chain because you have limited action economy. And then you spend the resources on cats to, as you go through, you unlock other abilities such as being able to move them more freely and being able to upgrade a cat by placing 3 of the same type of cat adjacent to each other, in which case the upgraded one always appears in the middle space, which can do some interesting things or can have some interesting implications on your placement for like if you want to have snipers near the back. Because if you do a vertical merge, they appear in the middle space, and that technically leaves the other 2 unprotected, at least until you earn the ability to move them. And obviously swapping helps anyway. The mine layer takes a bit to do its business, and then it does explode itself and whatever was nearby. Honestly, I don't find them that effective because of the time, but sometimes the screen gets full of, especially when you're not trying to make the matches with the green. That's what you end up with. You can also continue to make matches while you're doing the tower defense stuff, which is, like I said, you need to be decent at splitting your attention. So that is the mechanics of the game so far as I can do it. This game is controller compatible, but like it really wants to be used with a mouse, I think. Oh yeah, another thing one of the things you can get is a spray bottle that lets you get rid of a cat, but it doesn't like refund you, so I guess it would just be if you really want to change the placement or if you want to make an upgrade, I guess.
Right.
And you need to get rid of something to be able to place a third thing. I didn't really use that much because I was too busy trying to build stuff up. So yeah, that's I mean, I think the gameplay, I mean, certainly there's plenty to do to like get good at it, but the concept is fairly simple, I think. Do you guys have any questions?
None that I haven't already asked.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah, and the music is okay. It didn't really jump out to me too much. Honestly. Oh, and there are menus to turn down the number of dead bodies that remain on screen and how much of the pixelated gore and stuff there is if you're sensitive to that kind of thing. There's also an easy mode that you can allegedly change to at any time, although I couldn't find the option to do so. I think that's really about all I have to say about it. It's to be fair, it's more complicated than the 2 games it's made out of.
Right.
But the 2 games it's made out of are like one step up from Tic-Tac-Toe, so. So yeah, that's about what I've got for this one. What are we talking about price-wise, Adam?
$9.99 or $12.99 for the deluxe version. Like,
What does the deluxe version include?
glad you asked. It's got the New Game Plus mode, which is basically a horde mode.
Uh-huh.
Waves will constantly keep coming with no breaks. All bosses have become stronger, using their abilities on regular levels. So,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm not great at Bejeweled, so I didn't make it past level 8 or so. So there is a progression through the game, so I guess Horde mode is just
Well, it's not
starting
actually. No, it's not a horde mode. It's New Game Plus.
Yeah, sorry. I guess New Game Plus mode is basically starting from like the beginning.
Yeah.
But with all of the upgrades from the start.
No, because this is not. It doesn't get unlocked until after you beat the main game.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
After you play the game, you can do New Game Plus mode and start from effectively the beginning of the game, but with all of the options unlocked to start with.
Yeah. Also, there's the challenge mode. Test your strategic genius with 8 new super challenging dual front levels that become available after you complete the game in normal mode. The soundtrack, customize and improve your squad unique environments, charming pixel cat graphics, and epic battles. Like, so
Epic's doing work there.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure I like this because they're basically selling you the post-game content.
Well, I don't know exactly how long this game is. I would say that about $10 is on the upper end of what I would pay for it, unless you really like or are really good at this kind of game or these kinds of games.
I mean,
because it is pretty simple, even if it is, there's a lot, even if there's kind of a lot of it.
I mean, it kind of has to be. That's the trade-off. Like, that's the trade-off of mashing two genres like this together. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not necessarily going to get the depth that a proper Match 3 or Plants vs. Zombies tower defense type game is going to have.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I might consider waiting until it's on sale, but I feel that my ability to describe the gameplay of this it will tell you more about whether you will like it than any single I recommend it or not.
It's definitely one of those. It's kind of like chocolate and peanut butter type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you like Bejeweled and you like Plants vs. Zombies, you might like this if you have the attention span to do both at the same time.
Yeah, you need to be able to go back and forth between the two tasks.
The attention span is definitely a factor. If you don't have the capacity to handle doing both at the same time, you're going to like this a lot less than just playing both of them separately.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's about what it comes down to, I think. So maybe wait for a sale. I don't know. Maybe the volume of it is enough if you're good enough to make it past level 10 by yourself. I need more practice.
Duly noted. Anyway, I think that'll about do it for Cats on Duty here. Be sure to tune in after the break as we review Sam & Max, The Devil's Playhouse.